Music is mystery. The inherent power that music holds cannot be explained by even the most esteemed professionals. It lies deep within our hearts, only to be felt, not explained. Music is mystery.
Drama is teamwork. It's each doing their own task and bringing them together to create a beautiful production. Drama is teamwork.
Art is expressive. Every single person has a distinct art style, meaning not everyone's art looks the same. I believe that connecting the mind to your hands to create art is such an experience that every student should be able to try. Art is expressive.
Dance is powerful. It has the ability to connect diverse cultures from all around the world. Dance is powerful.
Unfortunately, it is not uncommon to stumble upon news of another arts program being cut. Tighter budgets require schools to be frugal in their spending. It requires schools to decrease funding or completely cut out what they deem unnecessary. And in this world of No Child Left Behind and Common Core, the arts are the first to go. Another unfortunate problem is how some schools manage to hold on to their arts programs. Schools desperately cling onto their arts programs by linking them to other content areas. Music improves math scores. Drama improves reading comprehension. Does art have no value outside of boosting other content areas? In this seminar, my colleagues and myself will show the value in music, drama, visual arts, and dance through research we have compiled. At its most basic, the arts strengthen creativity, cultural awareness, and a more rounded individual. In this project, we will go more into depth about each of these 3 points, as well as demonstrating a course of action to help hold on to the arts and integrate them into the curriculum. But first, let us introduce ourselves. Hello, my name is Ryan Black, and I'm an elementary education teacher in the district.
My name is Abigail Bowman, and I am an English teacher that helps out with speech and theater.
My name is Sarah Peters, and I am the high school art teacher in the district.
My name is Angela Blake, and I am the high school Spanish teacher who coaches the dance team in this district.
And our last partner who helped us compile the data is Mackenzie Roth. She is an elementary teacher in our district. She is absent today because she's presenting the information to another school.
Creativity is such a broad topic, but it is a necessary skill to have to make a better 21st century learner. Creativity is a great way to express in the mind of the student. Having a better funded arts program will make students to have the opportunities to express their creativity. Having different kinds of arts, such as music, drama, and visual arts, allows students to choose the different ways they might want to express themselves. Being able to be creative, a student can elaborate in their studies as well as themselves. For example, in an English class, students may elaborate on a certain topic using storytelling. This is derived from the article talking about drama education in Hong Kong. Obtaining creativity outside of an arts-based classroom can create a high level of enthusiasm. This helps not only the students to get excited about other classes, but helps the teachers to get the students going on a new lesson. In an article from Howard Jones, research showed that creativity also increases metacognition in the students. This helps them to think about other sources that they might not have thought about. Some students may be more creative than others, but even just a little creativity can stimulate the mind of our students. If students have incorporated creativity into their assigned tasks, this can cause them to be more of an individual rather than an entire class. As teachers, we were taught to teach to the individual. The arts make this possible to all students.
Taking a quick break from our presentation, I'd like to ask you a trivia question. In what decade was music first added to the public schools in the USA? Was it A, 1830s, B, 1870s, C, 1910s, or D, 1950s? I'll give you guys 10 seconds to think about the answer. The answer is A, in the 1830s. It's probably a lot earlier than you thought. Well, music was first added in the 1830s by Lowell Mason. He had begged his school board to add it, and he came up with 3 distinct reasons why they should add it. Because it was moral, physical, and intellectual. Music was moral because it had a link to religion, which at the time was the only reason to get music in your schools. It was physical because it had you exercise your lungs. And it was intellectual because it helped memory and comprehension. Music in the public school system was first observed in Boston.
The arts are a universal language. Dancing, drawing, singing, acting, and playing instruments are things that the whole world understands and can relate to. The arts move people and make people feel the same feelings and emotions on the other side of the world the same way they do in our own language and culture on this side of the world. The arts bring people of different backgrounds and cultures together, and the arts can bring about a positive attitude towards diversity and culture appreciation. It has been shown in the study by Thomas Fritz and Jensky Sebastian of a native African population and a Western population, where the African population was exposed to new music of the other culture. It was shown that 3 emotional expressions, happy, sad, and scared or fearful, were recognized above chance level by the African population, meaning that these emotions are universally recognizable in Western music. Even people of different cultures who speak different languages can speak to each other in a way through the arts. Not only does music bring people together, but dance and visual arts can also bring people of different backgrounds together as well. It has also been shown that the octave equivalence is universal, meaning that most cultures recognize the similarity of musical pitches separated by an octave. This is part of what makes listening and learning about the arts of other cultures so enjoyable and interesting. We may have many differences among us, but people will also find that we have many similarities and things in common, such as an interest in the arts. Not only is art interesting and fun, it can also bring about great learning skills and creativity. Arts practices, forms, and structures can enable people to become creative and active constructors of knowledge, and so becoming cultural producers rather than cultural consumers. The creativity of the arts allows young people to be the active citizens and change agents of their community. Studies on nonverbal communication and cognition show that dance, as a performing and liberal art, encourages creative problem solving in many areas of life other than just dance. In another study done in Hong Kong with elementary students, they found that drama enhances creative thinking as well. Students who had participated in a drama project were more boundary-breaking in their ideas and more expressive in their storytelling ability. So as you can see, studies being done all around the world show the positive effects that the arts have on creativity and learning. Not only does music, dance, drama, and visual arts bring people of the same culture together, but they also bring students from all around the world together through sharing their stories and expressing themselves through art.
We are going to take another break and test out that theory that Angela was talking about. The theory that people from different cultures and backgrounds sense the same kind of music. Before you, I have 3 pictures. I will play 3 different songs with 3 distinct moods and ask you to match the pictures. Here is the first track. Here is the second track. Here is the third track. Typically, you associate the first song with a dark, dreary forest and a haunted house. You typically associate the second song with a funeral. And the third song you would typically associate with happy spring memories. We titled this portion Perfect Mind equals Perfect You, because we believe as a whole that music, drama, visual art, and dance help create a more well-rounded individual. We've experienced firsthand the importance of arts education as a way to build children with strong minds and build them to be strong human beings. The arts are not just about raising test scores or improving children's performance in certain subjects. The arts can help shape children into strong individuals and improve skills that are necessary in children of good character. Today's students are tomorrow's artists, critics, and audiences. The arts are a vital factor in developing whole human beings and in enriching and strengthening the fabric of America. The arts show the importance of creative thinkers, children that utilize other tools rather than just those necessary for passing grades. These skills allow children to think deeper and celebrate differences. By creating opportunities for the arts in our school, we are allowing a new generation to discover their incredible potential as strong and unique individuals. The arts develop self-confidence, capacity for creativity, and self-expression. These tools allow students to learn their potential as creative thinkers and learners in today's world. Our students should be praised for creativity, celebrated for their individuality, and encouraged to express themselves in unique ways. The arts provide opportunities for this. The arts help demonstrate self-regulation. Due to their wide range of possibilities and interpretation, defining your art takes self-regulation. For instance, an artist that is not happy with their creation will spend weeks trying to perfect said creation. Once the creation is perfect, the artist is not only satisfied with their piece of art, they are also happy with themselves for proving their level of dedication. Few other content areas boast perseverance for perfection like the arts do. Arts promote empathy, or feeling what others are feeling. In an article titled Nonverbal Dance, the awareness of others' feelings, or empathy, can be explained through dance and other forms of art. When you can't describe how you are feeling, it is suggested that you go and turn on the radio and listen to what speaks to you. Understanding one's emotions leads to understanding others' emotions. Using prior knowledge learned from the arts helps understand new and complex emotional qualities held by a person. Lastly, art is one of the world's best distressors. At the end of the day, I go home and start up some music. It helps me reflect on what went well and what didn't go well in my lessons. When children first enter kindergarten, arguably one of the most stressful times in one's life, what do children look forward to? They look forward to drawing, singing, dancing, and acting. The arts take us away from the rough part of our lives and give us bliss. They give us hope. The arts give us memories. Where do we turn when we are stricken by tragedy? We go to the arts. It is our responsibility to teach children how to effectively use the arts throughout their life. A child needs to understand math, reading, and writing, of course, but a child also needs to understand the arts and how the arts affect him or her.
So the first thing I'm going to talk about in the solution is that we want to incorporate arts into everybody's curriculum. We don't want to have just music classes, just dance classes. Those are excellent, but getting every teacher in your school to participate and to bring arts into their programs is going to be more beneficial for the whole. So one of the things I'm going to talk about is in the winner article. There was a higher amount of innovation, central skill, and getting students to get really excited about learning and exploring. And that's something that every teacher wants incorporated into their classroom. So that's a huge reason why we recommend the incorporation. Every teacher in their classroom wants kids to be excited about learning. They want them to be creative and use that higher level thinking. They want them to connect to different cultures and be more aware of diversity. So if every teacher is able to bring that into their own classroom and their own instruction, then arts is going to make a huge difference in your school. A few ideas that we've come up with to incorporate arts into your classroom is promoting their importance to the public. So the first thing we talked about would be creating a panel at the beginning of the year. This is an excellent opportunity to connect to those in the community. You can bring in actors, photographers, musicians, and have them speak to people in your community as well, to talk to everybody about what's going to be going on in your school, what kind of programs are going to be happening, and what the students will be learning that year. It's actually been proven that new arts programs increases the interest of the community. Private tutors become more aware, local art businesses become more aware, and there's also an increased opportunity for scholarships, which parents just really enjoy. After you have your panel, the teachers should come together and discuss 3 people that really impacted them and 3 people they wanted to learn from. These 3 people would come back to the school about every 2 months and talk to the teachers about what they exactly do and how they could incorporate different kinds of arts into their classroom. These would be in the form of workshops and would be super beneficial for everybody that was participating. The final thing I'm going to talk about is bringing back what we talked about in the problems section. So the fact that it's underfunded and the fact that there's stereotypes. By bringing the panel in, by doing workshops and inviting the public, there's going to be a lot more opportunities for the public to contribute money and support for your programs. That way you don't have to compete with other budgets. You can create your own and really build a sense of community within your budget. The other thing is stereotypes, and by incorporating the arts into your classroom, everybody is going to start seeing the benefits, and everybody is going to have that opportunity to be an arts person, to reap the benefits, and to break those stereotypes. We've created just a really basic timeline for you so you can see what we would suggest that you do in your schools. Like I said, we're going to start out the school year with a panel where you're going to talk to the community and bring others in. And then every 2 months you're going to have those workshops that I talked about. There's going to be about 3 of them. In between each workshop, we would suggest that you incorporate about 2 lessons, so about 1 a month, using arts and using those things that you learned in those workshops. Build off of them, just focus on what you learned in that exact workshop and get those kids excited about the arts. And then finally have some sort of rally at the end of the year, whether that's just between the teachers, where you talk about what you learned and what you want to do the next year, or if you want to bring members of the community back in and show them everything you've learned. It's just a really great way to wrap it all up at the end.
Finally, I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I expect you not only to master the arts, I expect you to save the planet. By Carl Palmack. I think that quote just sums up everything we're trying to do here in this presentation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for letting us present today. The next few slides are going to have all of our citations and resources.